Hi, I'm Francisco Mendez here with another edition of the Ramcast, and I'm here with Sean Tocci, who has been recognized on the LHS Wall of Champions for his athletic achievement over his high school career. How are you today, Tocci?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good. Let's talk about football, right? So, as many people know, you're a varsity football player all 4 years of high school. Can you tell me some major differences between playing football on varsity your freshman year versus senior year?
Well, freshman year, I found myself not the most athletic kid on the field. I got beat up a lot, thrown around, but I used that as experience, and by senior year, I was seeing everything a lot slower, making plays that I wouldn't have made freshman year, and I was just playing.
Are there any certain memories that you have from freshman year that you can say probably molded your senior year?
Well, definitely, my first varsity game was the Mayor Trophy game against Elmwood Park, and I actually started that game, and we ended up winning. So that really motivated me that I could do this, I got a good 4 years coming ahead of me.
And would you say that inspired you to keep playing and just train harder even in the off season?
Definitely, especially words from like Maggio, Tarico. They told me, they would let me know that I'm young, and it just kept me going.
And going off that, you're senior captain of the football team, and you're also captain of the wrestling team. Can we hear some like, similarities and differences between those two titles?
Yeah, well, similarities is definitely just leadership. You gotta have leadership to be a captain. Make your voice heard, lead by example. But in football, it's a lot more about being vocal, being loud. While in wrestling, it's more about doing your job, making sure everyone else is doing their job.
And is there a difference in camaraderie in a way? As we know, for wrestling, it's you on that mat at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But for football, you have everyone around you that you need to rely on.
Yeah, well, football is just a team sport. You can't win one game with just one player. Everyone's got to work together. Everyone's got to do their job. But in wrestling, at the end of the season, it's all for yourself. See how far you can go by yourself. Like, we have the dual meets during the season, but no one really cares about that. It matters how far you go.
And this might be a little bit of a tricky question, but of the two sports, which one would you say has impacted you the most?
Well, the first answer that you guys would probably think of would be football, but wrestling really teaches you everything. Like, it teaches you how to be a better person, how to cut weight, how to do it right, and just give your all out on the mat every day.
And if you can go back and tell freshman you something, anything about either two sports, anything about high school, what would it be?
That I shouldn't have felt down on myself those first few years, because wrestling, I also wrestled varsity, and I got beat up a lot. So I took 2 beatings in the same year, and I could have just folded in, handed in my stuff, but I kept going. I used that as motivation.
And one more question about sports. Is there any sport that has caught your eye over the past 4 years, or that you've always wanted to try?
Well, definitely tennis. I used to find myself 3 a.m. in the morning, and the only thing on TV would be tennis matches, because they were all in London and different times. And I would just watch it, and I was so mesmerized by how fast they would serve. And I always wanted to try it out, and I actually am a pretty good table tennis player, so I wouldn't be surprised if my skills translate on the court.
All right, talking about 3 a.m., what's something that you would say drives you to get out of bed every morning? I know it's not the easiest thing, coming to school, coming to practice every day. Like, what's something that makes you say every morning, like, yeah, I'm ready to go?
Well, definitely I have this fear of just being average. I want to better myself every day and not settle for what I could be and shoot for something I want to be.
And many people may not know, but you're very academically educated. You further yourself in a classroom setting. Is there anything about you that you'd want other people to know?
That I'm not your typical jock, man. I go to school, I do everything, I'm nice to people, I treat everyone the same, and I actually like chess too.
All right, now that we've reached this point, what's next for Sean Tocci?
I'm going to Keystone College, where I'll be continuing my football career, and just hope for the best.
All right, it was really nice talking to you, Tocci.
Thank you.
All right.
Did I kill that?